Hello and welcome back to the LD Help Guide. In today's video, I am going to be asking ChatGPT questions about learning disabilities. Most of you should know what ChatGPT is, but if you don't, it's artificial intelligence that can help with a large range of different tasks, essentially by answering questions. The first question I have is, what is a learning disability? Sometimes it takes it a while. So it gave an answer. A learning disability is a neurological condition that affects how an individual processes and acquires information. It typically manifests as difficulty in one or more areas of learning, such as reading, writing, math, comprehension. Learning disabilities are not indicative of intelligence. Individuals with learning disabilities have average or above average intelligence, but struggle with specific learning tasks. And don't worry if you can't keep up with me reading it. And I'm not going to read the full answer each time. As you can see, sometimes they're quite long. But I will post each question and answer in either the description or the comments. And then it says common types of learning disabilities. So you got dyslexia, dyscalculia, dysgraphia, attention deficit, hyperactive disorder, ADHD, which I actually think ChatGPT got that wrong. I don't think that's actually a learning disability. So sometimes ChatGPT is not always correct. And you got auditory processing disorder, APD, visual processing disorder, VPD. And then it's important to note that learning disabilities are lifelong conditions that persist into adulthood. However, with appropriate interventions, accommodations, and support, individuals with learning disabilities can overcome challenges and achieve success in various aspects of life, including education, careers, and personal endeavors. Okay, so my second question is, who are some famous people that have learning disabilities? You can also add more. And it says, there are numerous famous individuals who have achieved great success despite having a learning disability. Here are some notable examples from past and present. Past: Albert Einstein, Thomas Edison, Leonardo da Vinci, and Walt Disney. I don't always know where this gets their sources from, so take that with a grain of salt. And then current, you get Richard Branson, Whoopi Goldberg, Daniel Radcliffe. What Daniel Radcliffe has is dyspraxia, and according to the Learning Disability Association of America, it is not a learning disability, but often associated with. So ChatGPT got that wrong. And Steven Spielberg. I jumped ahead because Steve Jobs also isn't. People think he did have one, so. And then it gives more information about each person, which I will put in the comments or the description of the video. But for example, if I pick Leonardo da Vinci, then it gets this famous Renaissance artist, scientist, and paleomath is believed to have had dyslexia and possibly other learning differences. Despite challenges in formal education, he excelled in his pursuits. Or if I go and pick Whoopi Goldberg, this Academy Award-winning actress, comedian, and television host has dyslexia. She has openly discussed her learning challenges and serves as an advocate for individuals with learning disabilities. Next question. What? You don't have to put the question mark. If you phrase it as a question, it'll answer it. So the question was, what are some tips and tricks you know to help someone who has a learning disability? This one I'm going to read the whole thing, and it can give you a lot. Certainly, here are some tips and tricks that can help individuals with learning disabilities. Understand the learning style. Recognize and cater to the individual's preferred learning style, whether that be visual, audio, or kinesthetic. Adapt teaching methods and materials to align with their strengths and preferences. 2. Provide clear and structured instructions. break down tasks into smaller, manageable steps, and provide clear instructions and explanations. Visual aids, checklists, or written directions can be helpful. Yes, they can. Utilize multi-sensory techniques. Engage multi-sensory during learning activities to enhance understanding and retention. For example, combine visual clues, hands-on activities, and verbal explanations can reinforce learning. Using assistive technology. Explore assistive technology such as text-to-speech software. Very useful. Speech recognition software. Extremely useful as well. Or graphic organizers to support reading, writing, and organizational skills. These are some good tips. 5. Encourage self-advocacy. That is very important. Very important when you have a learning disability. Help individuals develop self-awareness and self-advocacy skills, enabling them to express their needs, seek accommodations, make sure you seek accommodations, and communicate effectively with teachers, employers, or peers. Provide accommodations and modifications. Identify and implement appropriate accommodations and modifications such as extended time on tests, preferential seating, or alternative assignments to level the playing field and support learning. This is what I've been told always. They want to make sure that the playing field is fair. They're never going to give you more than what would make it fair, but they're going to do their best to give you enough so it is fair. Obviously, it's never going to be like 100% fair, because if you have to write for longer a test, then there's more fatigue, but you understand. Break tasks into manageable chunks. Large tasks can be overwhelming, so breaking them into smaller, more manageable parts can help individuals stay focused and make progress. Use visual aids and organizers. Visual aids like charts, diagrams, or mind maps can assist with organizing information, understanding relationships between concepts, and improving memory recall. Establish routines and structure. Consistent routines and clear expectations can provide a sense of stability and help individuals with learning disabilities manage their time and responsibilities effectively. Encourage strengths and interests. Focus on developing and celebrating the individual's strengths and interests, as this can boost confidence, motivation, and overall well-being. Those are some good tips. And then it's important to remember that strategies and support may vary depending on the specific learning disability and individual needs. Working closely with educators, specialists, and support networks can provide tailored guidance and interventions for optimal learning and success. I was going to ask what are different types of learning disabilities, but as you saw before, it already answered that. Any apps or software recommendations for someone with a learning disability? I'll comment on any of the ones I've used before. There's at least 2 that ChatGPT mentioned that I've definitely used. Okay, so Dragon Dictation. I think I used that years ago. Keep in mind that I think it's October 2021 is when ChatGPT's information is up to. So it won't, if something new has happened, it won't be able to give that information. So it's Dragon Dictation, Read and Write, Co-Write, Notability. I'm going to make a video on that in the future. It's phenomenal. So it's a note-taking app that allows users to take handwritten or typed notes, annotate PDFs, record audio, and organize their notes. It can aid individuals who prefer digital note-taking and struggle with handwriting or recognition. This is a key app because you can record audio and write at the same time, but then you can, or type, but then you can click on a specific word or letter that you wrote, and it'll take the audio right to that point. So if you wrote something at minute 55 into class, it'll take you right into minute 55 of your recording, and you can hear right from there. It's fantastic. And keep in mind, I'm going to be copying this into the comments or into the description so you can read about all of the various apps. Voice Dream Reader, Evernote, MindMaster, Khan Academy, Quizlet. It's great. You basically put like a term such as learning disability and then an answer such as, you could put this as the answer, but you would remove the word accuracy of learning disability, and then you can like make tests, and you can have it read the question and the answer. Plus you can look at cue cards or flashcards, and there's other games. Highly recommended, especially if you're taking a test where there's a lot of like definitions you need to know. Like, I was in like an econ class and I needed to know like different like terms. Like I needed to know the term for microeconomy. So it's very good. And then time timer. So these are the different apps that ChatGPT recommended. So now, ChatGPT is very useful, and in the future I'll make more videos around other useful things that ChatGPT can do. But that's all for today. So if you like this video, please like, subscribe, and in the comments, leave me any other suggestions for other videos or other videos you want me to make around ChatGPT. It's very useful, and I hope that this has taught you a lot. Ciao. Attitude is the little thing that makes a big difference. Winston Churchill.